In the shadowy world of Australia's criminal underworld, Tarak Zahed, Sergeant-at-Arms of the Comanchero-Baiki gang, has once again captured public attention. Following a viral photograph that sparked widespread interest, Zahed resurfaced in a new image alongside R.S. Keeley, brother of Idris Kayeli, who faces charges for the 2023 murder of Underworld figure Mohammed Kashyar, alias Afghan Ali. The photo, snapped outside a Melbourne hotel, shows the two men in a moment of calm, their guarded expressions hinting at the weight of their world. This image has reignited media fascination with Zahed's movements and his ties within Melbourne's criminal networks. Zahed's initial viral moment came days earlier, when he was photographed with former AFL star Wayne Carey. The image, shared widely across platforms like X, depicted a seemingly casual encounter with Carey unaware of Zahed's notorious reputation. Authorities have clarified there's no evidence Carey knew of Zahed's criminal background, but the photo's impact was undeniable, blending mainstream celebrity with bikie infamy. As a key enforcer for the Comancheros, Zahed's presence in such settings sends a bold message blurring the lines between the underworld and everyday life. Chapter 1. Melbourne's Love Machine Nightclub, a pulsating hub in Prahran, has become a notorious epicenter of violence, its neon lights masking a dark undercurrent of crime. In late July and early August 2025, two brutal assaults solidified its reputation as a criminal flashpoint. On July 27th, chilling footage published by The Age captured a ferocious brawl at the club's entrance. A group of men, fueled by liquor and rivalry, unleashed chaos, trading heavy punches and slamming security guards to the pavement. Bloodied and dazed, 3 men were rushed to hospital with facial injuries, their wounds a testament to the ferocity. Eyewitnesses described a scene of the panic, with patrons scattering as the fight spilled onto Little Chapel Street. On August 1st, a second assault escalated the violence. A man was attacked outside, struck with calculated precision, then chased back into the club, where assailants continued their onslaught, leaving him severely injured. Hospitalized with a fractured jaw and concussion, he became another casualty of the venue's turmoil. Allegations swirl that Comanchero Sergeant-at-Arms Tarak Zahed orchestrated this attack, leveraging his enforcer role, though police have yet to charge him. A 28-year-old Narre Warren man linked to both incidents faces charges of affray and assault, apprehended after intense police scrutiny. Love Machine's history is steeped in bloodshed. In April 2019, a drive-by shooting killed security guard Aran Khalid Osmani and patron Richard Aro tied to outlaw motorcycle gang feuds. In 2021, a VIP with bikie connections sparked a probe after a violent clash, though charges were dropped. August 2024 saw another Comanchero-linked brawl, leading to arrests. With police patrols now intensified, Love Machine remains a volatile crossroads of Melbourne's nightlife and its criminal underworld. Chapter 2. Queensland's Crackdown on Crime. From July 28th to August 5th, 2025, Queensland State Flying Squad, SFS, launched a relentless operation in North Brisbane, targeting organized crime with surgical precision. The result? 31 suspects charged with 176 offenses, disrupting networks tied to property crime, drug trafficking, and weapons violations. Months of intelligence, surveillance, and community tips culminated in this crackdown, with specialist units and local police executing multiple search warrants. Seized items included methamphetamine, firearms, ammunition, and contraband, dealing a heavy blow to criminal syndicates and bolstering community safety. A pivotal raid on July 31st at a Hodgson Street residence in Zillmere uncovered a trove of illicit goods: 500 grams of methamphetamine, a switchblade knife, a billy club, a laser pointer, $12,000 in cash, and encrypted phones linked to drug deals. A 44-year-old Chermside woman was charged with possession and supply of dangerous drugs, while a 51-year-old woman faced counts for unlawful possession of Category M weapons. A 43-year-old man suspected of orchestrating deals was charged with drug supply and possession of crime-related items. All await trial in Brisbane Magistrates Court. On August 4th, a Far Street property in Chermside revealed 300 grams of methamphetamine, 200 grams of cannabis, digital scales, clip seal bags, and uncapped syringes littering a squalid room. A 41-year-old woman was was charged with drug possession, utensil possession, and improper needle disposal. In a separate July 29th incident, a 27-year-old Ningi man was arrested for stealing a Volkswagen Golf found wrecked in Brisbane's outskirts. He faces additional charges for breaching a domestic violence order. Detective Inspector Joe Nixon lauded the SFS's coordination, crediting public tips for locating stashes and suspects, reinforcing Queensland's fight against crime. Chapter 3. Perth's Tobacco Wars. Escalate Western Australia's capital, Perth, has become the latest battleground in Australia's escalating tobacco wars, with a series of violent attacks targeting tobacco stores and commercial premises signaling the westward spread of organized crime. Detectives from the Serious and Organized Crime Division, working alongside Cannington Police, are investigating a chilling spree that unfolded over a single weekend in August 2025, leaving communities rattled and businesses in ruins. The violence, marked by gunfire, arson, and brazen intimidation, mirrors the brutal turf wars seen in Victoria and New South Wales, where rival syndicates fight for control of the lucrative illicit tobacco trade. The chaos began on August 9, 2025, at 1:10 a.m. when gunshots shattered the quiet of Cecil Avenue in Cannington. 2 rounds pierced the metal roller shutter and a glass window of a tobacco shop, narrowly missing a 27-year-old security guard inside who was monitoring CCTV feeds. The guard, shaken but unharmed, reported hearing a motorcycle's roar fading into the night, suggesting the involvement of outlaw bikie gangs known for using off-road bikes in hit-and-run attacks. Less than 24 hours later, on August 10th at 4 a.m., the same shop was targeted again. 2 figures in a black Holden Barina, faces obscured by balaclavas, fired multiple shots at the storefront and a parked delivery van, leaving bullet holes and shattered glass. The suspects sped off, and by 4:30 a.m., vehicle matching their description was found engulfed in flames near Tonkin Highway in Martin, likely torched to destroy evidence. That same morning at 9 a.m., police responded to reports of gunfire damage at a licensed premises on Illawarra Crescent in Ballajura. An external window was riddled with bullet marks, and a nearby vehicle sustained similar damage, suggesting a coordinated campaign. On August 11th, the violence escalated further. At 2 a.m., a fire erupted at a commercial property on Pippet Close in Huntingdale, gutting the interior of another tobacco outlet. Firefighters battled the blaze, preventing injuries but not the loss of thousands in stock. Just 2 hours later, at 4:05 a.m., a smaller fire was extinguished at a neighboring property on Illawarra Crescent, where a white Toyota Prado was spotted circling suspiciously. Police suspect the vehicle, equipped with stolen plates, is a key lead in tying these incidents together. Authorities believe these attacks are interconnected, driven by rival crime syndicates vying for dominance in Perth's illicit tobacco market, estimated to generate millions annually due to high legal tobacco taxes. State Crime Division Commander Gordon Fairman described the tactics, extortion, arson, and drive-by shootings as straight out of the organized crime playbook. Acting Detective Superintendent Eamon Flanagan issued a stern warning, declaring Perth hostile territory for such activities and vowing to deploy full resources to halt the escalation. Police are combing CCTV footage, analyzing ballistic evidence, and appealing for public tips, particularly about the Prado and the burned-out Barina. The incidents echo Melbourne's tobacco wars, where over 100 arson attacks have been recorded since 2023, raising fears that Perth could face a similar surge if not contained. Chapter 4. The Tragic Cost of Tobacco Wars. The human toll of Australia's tobacco wars came into heartbreaking focus in January 2025, when 27-year-old Katie Tangi lost her life in a Melbourne firebombing. The attack, targeting a townhouse in Truganina, was a tragic case of mistaken identity linked to the illicit tobacco trade. Tangi, house-sitting for her brother, had no connection to the underworld. She perished in the blaze alongside the family's beloved dog, and the property was reduced to ash. The perpetrators, acting on orders from exiled crime boss Qasem Hamad, were targeting a rival stash of illegal cigarettes, but hit the wrong address in a catastrophic blunder. Police raids have seized millions in illicit tobacco and vapes, but the trade persists, driven by high demand and low risk. Tangai's death has galvanized public outrage, prompting intensified efforts to dismantle these networks and prevent further collateral damage. Chapter 5. Rebels MC's Defiant Last Ride. In a bold display of unity, the Rebels Motorcycle Club held their National Run 2025 from July 31st to August 1st, riding from the New South Wales border to Melbourne, ahead of new laws banning outlaw bikie colors. Approximately 200 members, clad in red and blue skull patches, gathered in Mildura on Thursday, July 31st, before proceeding to Swan Hill and concluding in Sunshine West. Dubbed the Last Hurrah, the event was a deliberate show of strength, with the club asserting its presence before Victoria's August 2025 ban on displaying gang insignia, logos, and the 1% patch. The ride, strictly private, excluded non-members and featured high-ranking figures like national boss Damien Vella, exiled President Alex Vella, stranded in Malta since his visa cancellation in 2014, reportedly addressed the group via video link, adding intrigue to the tightly choreographed event. Drone footage and cinematic clips captured the convoy's journey, showcasing iconic stops like the Bridgewater Hotel by the Layden River and Calder Park Motorsport Complex. The Rebels patches adorned vests, bikes, and jackets, a defiant middle finger to impending restrictions. Victoria Police maintained a heavy presence with anti-gang squads and local units monitoring the ride to ensure compliance and public safety. The Rebels, once Australia's largest bikie gang with over 70 chapters, used the run to deliberate internal matters and explore new ventures, possibly in the illicit tobacco trade. Despite recent internal strife, including mass resignations in Western Australia after a dispute with Vella, the event underscored the club's resilience. Law enforcement anticipates increased enforcement post-ban, with specialized task forces ready to crack down on non-compliance. Chapter 6. Sydney's $17 million drug bust. In Sydney's gritty western suburbs, Task Force Falcon detectives struck a major blow against organized crime, dismantling a $17 million methamphetamine operation. On August 13, 2025, at 7:45 a.m., officers backed by the Southern Region Enforcement Squad executed a search warrant at a nondescript home on Gulliver's Place, Lidcombe. Inside, they uncovered $59,000 in cash, neatly bundled alongside a burner phone, encrypted with apps commonly used in illicit dealings. The discovery hinted at a larger net, prompting further investigation. Following leads, detectives raided a clandestine laboratory on Sussex Street later that day. The lab, hidden in a rundown industrial unit, was a hub of illegal activity. Officers, assisted by the Drug and Firearms Squad's Chemical Operations Team and NSDAO's Fire and Rescue, found 28 kilograms of high-purity methamphetamine, street value $17 million, 90 grams of ephedrine, and 260 pieces of drug-making equipment, including precursor chemicals, glassware, and digital scales. The setup was sophisticated, with ventilation systems to mask the chemical stench, pointing to a well-funded operation. On August 14th at 4:45 p.m., police arrested a 54-year-old man in Lidcombe. Taken to Auburn Police Station, he was charged with manufacturing and supplying a large commercial quantity of prohibited drugs and dealing with proceeds of crime. Denied bail, he appeared in Burwood local court that day, facing a lengthy sentence if convicted. While his links to bikie gangs or broader crime syndicates remain under investigation, the bust disrupted a major drug pipeline. Task Force Falcon's precision, driven by months of surveillance and community tips, underscores their relentless fight against Sydney's underworld. If you enjoy this video, don't forget like and subscribe for more video like this. Thanks for watching.